Hey folks, I'm back. I know it was Tuesday, now it's Thursday, and tomorrow will be Friday. I'm your host, BKP, 8 a.m., Ella J, Georgia. There are the social media ways to follow the show, and there is the phone number and the email address. Want to thank Rick and Cousin Brucey yesterday for sitting in. Rick and Bruce. I just want to do a morning show with those guys, right? Rick and Bruce in the mornings, okay? So anyhow, thanks a lot for sitting in for me yesterday. They always have great information. And by the way, they're part of the Friday All-Star Political Panel. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is the last day. Has to be the last day. We cut it off now. I said 20. I don't even know the number we're up to, but today is it. So today's the last day. We're going to run it the last time you see it on social media. Put up the coffee cup. In fact, I don't even think I have a coffee cup anymore. I think they stole my coffee cup and I'm drinking out of styrofoam here. Woo! What's the woman, the Time Magazine Woman of the Year, that kid, 16-year-old? I'm drinking out of styrofoam cup. She'd be all upset. All right, there you go, 20. The number's 20. It's well over, but we're going to order the number we have, but today's it. It's it. Done. Over with. Finished. Okay? I'm going to give you that cup right there. If you will text me Merry Christmas to 706-889-9700. Merry Christmas, FYN, and we will send that to you. All right, moving right along. Yes, there will be articles of impeachment today, amendments. They will finalize the debates. We can have Trump impeached by next Friday, Thursday, so we can get out of town early. They like to get over to Reagan International Airport, get out of town Friday morning, so we can have him done, finished, over with by next Thursday. Just saying. We have a lot to go over. Now, the impeachment is set up. All right. Let's say this. Let me get to the point here, because there's a lot of great information today that we have. We're going to play. Look, number 4. Stop getting in the group pictures. It's hurting the Democrats' cause. Woo! Holy man. This broad's got to stop getting in. I know it's going to be one of those days. If you don't want to hear broad, you don't want to hear. If you think you're going to be sensitive today and offended, this would not be the day that you want to be here. Carolyn Maloney, a Democrat from New York. Got to quit getting into group pictures, babe. You're hurting the cause. I mean, because look at number 3, all right? This is the coastal. There she is on the end. I mean, have you ever seen her with that mug? Oh, my. I'm sorry. Hey, look, shift. Googly eyes. That's googly eyes. Shift. Okay, Marty Feldman, right? Is that his name? Who was the guy? Yeah, so anyhow, shift. What a gang. But, yes, it is the Coastal Impeachment Squad. This is why we have an electoral college. This is probably one of the best. There's good, there's better, there's best, there's okay, or whatever. This is one of the best. Can you say one of the best? Because best is it. But it's one of the greatest visuals of why we have an electoral college. California, New York, California, New York, California, New York. The Coastal Impeachment Squad. Just saying, number 4. There she is. She's got New York. Ooh, you got to get out of the group pictures. You're hurting the cause, baby. Hurting the cause. All right, here's what I want to focus on this morning a little later. Number 5, okay, which this is not accurate. It's actually 235 now, but the 116th congressional lineup. This is what I took off the internet. It says Democrats 233, but I have other things that say 235. But this is what we're going to focus on today, a little later in the show. But we do know, let's see, we've got the Democrat talking points this morning. Let me see if I can get one, and we're going to stop on this. Number 18, Horowitz. Okay. So, here's what's going to happen today over in the House. Republicans are going to put forth amendments all day long. If you think it's been boring before, today might be exciting because Louis Gohmert, right? Is that his name? Where the hell is Louis? I mean, I'm going to play that video in a minute. Louis names the whistleblower last night, right? He goes for it. He puts the list together for the witnesses. But anyhow, yesterday, if you think, and I want to be clear on this, all right? So you can actually frame something up and maybe take something away. There's zero coincidence that this week is the word coincides. This week coincides the impeachment with the Horowitz so it could get stepped on. Now, if Horowitz's report comes out, all right, and if you're still in the camp that's wondering if the media is making things up, if the media is Molly Hemingway, I can't go into it, 2 nights ago, night before last, did an amazing job on Bret Baier, the news hour there with Bret Baier on Fox, of framing up what happened, and she even put the media, there should be libel for the media. Molly Hemingway said that. I like that. So anyhow, if you think this is all a coincidence, all right, you remember media reports came out in advance. If you are the last remaining person out there that really feels the media, the deep state, corporate, corrupt media is not working, not reporting the news, working with the Democrats to try to bring President Trump down, then you are, what would Jeff Fox say? If you don't believe that, then you're just a flat out dumbass, okay? Just a plain dumbass. There's no hope for you, all right? Because the media set up, all right? The media set up out in front of Horowitz's report that Horowitz was going to vindicate, Horowitz was going to say nothing happened here, Horowitz was going to say nothing to see, right? And then they set up articles, right, in the newspaper, and then MSNBC, they all ran with it as the truth, okay? Then after they did that and launched that was step one. Step two, they started running reports that Durham, the United States attorney, one of the district attorneys, Durham, that is leading the investigation from the Genesis and has turned it into a criminal investigation. Now, if one of these news outlets were serious, and I'm not saying Fox, but if somebody was really serious on the people that have the eyeballs on TV, they would actually explain to you what happened when Durham changed, okay, the investigation to criminal. That changed up the scope. He convened a grand jury, okay? Now, they might tell you Comey was vindicated, and we'll get into that. Comey going before a grand jury. Brennan, where is Brennan? I hear crickets. Brennan going before a grand jury. The FBI attorney that falsified and fudged the email that was used to get the FISA warrant, or part of, going before the grand jury. Now see, Horowitz does not have this authority. He's just an outside body that our government has set up these inspector generals to kindly police and look into. Department of Justice, you got an inspector general, Department of Justice, Department of Education, Department of this, Department of that, everything. So, getting up, remember, Horowitz's report, nothing to see here. No political bias, nothing at all. The second report, Durham is going to parallel Horowitz and say, I agree with the IG's report. Remember, that started getting floated by the lying, deep state, corrupt media. Nothing to see here. Horowitz is right. My report's going to come in basically the same as that. Boom! Attorney General Williams said, hell to the no, folks. No, there was spying. Yes. He said, hell no. Durham made a statement. Although I respect the Attorney General and his Inspector General and his work, right? We got two different things going on here. You know what? I can bring people in. You see, as soon as Comey, and check this out on the internet, as soon as Comey, I think, did not reapply for his security clearance status, he was no longer able to call him and ask him security clearance questions. If it was a matter of, and this is my understanding, if it was a matter of confidential security, clearance needed to talk, Comey wasn't able to talk on those matters, is my understanding, but I'm not for sure. Okay? Check that out. But anyhow, boom, nothing to see. Durham and Barr came out, no. And then Horowitz, if this is what America should have had their eyes glued to the TV screen for, this is it. Okay? Not the impeachment sham, all right? We'll go over that in a minute. All right, but right here, there's a video that I want to play before we go to break. All right, and I want to play this before we go to break. Hold on. Got it here somewhere. Give me just a second. This is not going to be hard. Let's see. Give me the... Oh, wait a minute, I'll get it here in a second. It's the one with Ted Cruz, and it says it's the one with Ted Cruz. You got it? Play this video.
So the men and women at home need to know what's happening. A lawyer at the FBI creates fraudulent evidence, alters an email, that is in turn used as the basis for a sworn statement to the court that the court relies on. Am I stating that accurately?
That's correct. That is what occurred.
Now you...
Play that one more time. Now, one more time. The people at home, you and I, the flyover states, the people that are out here, the people at home, Ted Cruz. Now, I know what you're going to say. I got it. We've got the clips. We got the clips where Comey's not vindicated. We got the clips where the lies. We got the clips, all of them. You've watched them. But the reason I want this one, and I'm going to explain, because we need to be in fear of our government this morning. Now, I'm sorry, that seems extreme. BKP, 11 days to Christmas or something like that, and you are coming on and you're telling us you should have the Christmas cheer, not the Christmas fear, okay? And I'm sorry, but you need to be in fear of your government this morning is the only way I can put it. One more time, what the American people need to hear, what was falsely submitted, and Inspector General Horowitz confirming it is what happened. Then I'm going to break it down. Play that one more time.
So the men and women at home need to know what's happening. A lawyer at the FBI creates fraudulent evidence, alters an email, that is in turn used as the basis for a sworn statement to the court that the court relies on. Am I stating that accurately?
That's correct. That is what occurred.
Now you...
All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to play that clip when we come back. But I'm going to break that clip down in a segment that I think the American people should be in fear of their government today. And I mean all the way down to your local government. In fear of it because we've got to fix something and we got to do it now. And we can't just gloss over that clip. Take us to break. We'll be right back. Good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. Christmas fear! Holy mackerel. Should be a movie.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
Days Chevy in Jasper makes the holidays bright, and during the 2019 model year end clearance sale, the savings are huge, like over $11,000 off 2019 Silverado crew cabs, or more than $6,500 off 2019 Chevy Colorados. 'Tis the season of giving, and we're giving you thousands off every Chevy during the 2019 model year end clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Good morning, America. This is BKP reporting on Christmas fear of our government. Yes, absolutely. I am sorry to bring this on December 12th, 2019. But that's just the way it is. 706-889-9700. There is the phone number right there on their email address, social media 819. Coffee cup last day. This is it. I can't afford this many. I got the text, but we're cutting it off today. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Oh, that was 3. Merry Christmas, FYN. You got to text Merry Christmas, FYN, 706-889-9700. Now, getting back. Okay, now, kill the record, start a new record for this segment right here, our Christmas fear segment. All right. Now, yesterday, Horowitz, okay, this is what the IG, Inspector General Horowitz report. This is what America should be tuned into. Now, I told you in the opening, if you think impeachment is a coincidence that it's happening in December, to step all over this report. If nothing else is happening in Washington, D.C., and your representative was actually doing their job and talking to their constituents back home and standing on the floor making speeches about how many people died in their district from opiate addiction, right? If they were speaking on the floor concerning how many people in their district had to file bankruptcy based on medical bills because they just got sick, all right? If that's what they were doing, okay? But no, they're doing this impeachment with no crime. There's no bribery in there. There's no crime, nothing. But they got to go through it for a couple reasons, because if nothing else is happening, you're watching Inspector General's report, Horowitz's report yesterday, and this is where the action is. This is where the facts are. The fact witnesses. No fact witnesses over here, but the media is playing games. So yesterday, Ted Cruz, all right? And the reason I want to talk about you hear the FISA warrant, and I want to bring it home to you this morning. Okay, other shows sensationalized clips. I try to bring some things home, okay? You hear the FISA warrant, and you don't know, FISA warrant, okay? But we do know that the FISA warrant to surveil Carter Page and spy on the Trump campaign was obtained by false information, bad information. So let's play the last one real quick with Ted Cruz, because there's a couple takeaways, because we're going to talk about it. We just played it. Play it one more time.
So the men and women at home need to know what's happening. A lawyer at the FBI creates fraudulent evidence, alters an email. That is in turn used as the basis for a sworn statement to the court that the court relies on. Am I stating that accurately?
That's correct. That is what occurred.
Now
Men and women at home need to know. That's because he's talking to us, the men and women at home, not the swamp rats, not the media, not Chuck Todd, not Gumby, Joe Scarborough, Gumby head, and face stretched tight Minka. Sorry if I am ticking anybody off. No, the people at home. We're going to go with this. Now go with one more video, because I want to stay on this subject. Falsified information, okay? Let's go with warrants based on bogus dossier. Horowitz sets him straight video. You got that one? It says Blumenthal tries to justify Carter Page warrants based on bogus dossier. Run it, kid.
Those FISA warrants, they were renewed a number of times, correct?
3 times.
Based on your experience and maybe your report, there's a reason why warrants are renewed. They're renewed because they are producing useful information, correct?
Or they should be producing useful information.
They should be.
Is how I'll phrase it.
And your review of those warrants would indicate that they were producing useful information, correct?
Not sure that's entirely correct, and I don't know how much I can say about that in this setting.
Well, they were producing information.
They were producing information. I'm not sure how I would characterize whether they were helpful or not.
Really? You should be in fear of your government today. Now, remember last week or whatever, they preempted a preemptive strike saying that Horowitz, just give me number 17. We'll go with that one, okay? All right. Horowitz request for surveillance of Carter Page misleading to the court. Misleading. Now, they kept renewing the warrants, knowing the basis that they got the warrant in the first place was false. The dossier was false. Now, let me bring this down to what the people at home need to know. And why the people at home, Ted Cruz said yesterday, need to know is for this. The FISA court and getting a warrant to surveil, Carter Page is no different in so many ways of your local magistrate in the county you live. Why, it's a big difference. No, it's not. It's not. Let me say this, okay? There's certain judges that can issue warrants in certain areas. Certain judges can issue FISA warrants. Certain judges can issue any kind of warrants, okay? So, judges in this country, now let's get off the liberal, conservative, let's get off this judge in the FISA court was wanting to help them because they're all liberal whack jobs. Let's get off of all of the partisan for just a second, okay? What you need to know at home is an email was falsified that changed the substance of the whole entire case and was presented to a judge. So you have law enforcement, you have your sheriff, you have your city police officers, you got your district attorney, you got GBI, that's here, Georgia Bureau of Investigation if you're in Georgia. If you're in Florida, you got FBI, Florida, I don't know what you got. But anyhow, right? And they can pull a warrant at 3 o'clock in the morning. They might need. So they get a magistrate out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, this is why Ted Cruz said, this is what the men and women need to know at home, and you need to be in fear of your government today. And I know how I sound, but it's shocking and it's scary, and we need to take hold of it now. I mean, because they're trying to remove a sitting president, a duly elected. But to me, there's other points that are not being stressed, and they're very simple, like Ted Cruz said. So you got a magistrate. Well, when your sheriff or your city police officer or your district attorney or your GBI agent, they grab them out of bed, they're sitting at the bench. They're at the mercy of the individual being honest with them. Absolutely. Now, you are taking an oath. No matter, you're to never walk in. I don't care if it's your magistrate in your local county where you're at. You're to never walk in, all right, and look for a warrant from a judge based on false information. Never. The judge has to. There's a level of respect. There's a level of trust on all levels, from magistrate to whatever, any judge, superior court, no matter who. There's a level of trust. So when you're standing before somebody in any county in the United States of America and you are somebody looking for a warrant to surveil, a warrant to do, a judge will say, hey, you haven't given me enough information. And I'm not saying it's because you've seen this on TV or you saw this the other night or saw seen, you know how I get, but it's not a TV thing. But judges may say, hey, this warrant is right up to the edge, and I'm going to have to go on what you're telling me. Falsified information. And then not only did they use falsified information to get a warrant to spy, okay, on the Trump campaign, they went 3 times with this false information. This is the story in America today. This is the real story. not impeachment. We understand it's a sad state of affairs that our President of the United States is going to be impeached next week. I mean, it's terrible. This is what, okay? 18, number 18. He uncovered 17 errors or omissions in the page surveillance. Spying. 17 omissions. 17 things they forgot to tell the judge. Oh, sorry, Your Honor. We forgot. Well, we were in a hurry. Trump's a mover, Jack. He's a mover and a shaker, and he's got that Paul Manafort working for him, and we know he's a little crooked, and we got Rudy Giuliani, and he's been a crime fighter for 50 years. He could catch on to what we were doing. They spied on the Trump campaign. Now, the FBI briefed Clinton's campaign as just a we need to let you know warning, but they briefed Trump's campaign in a whole different way. They said things in the Trump campaign, the FBI did, so they could sit back and see what Trump would do with it or his campaign. Totally trying to set the campaign up. Right? Who was it yesterday that made this reference? And I don't want to steal the reference, but I can't remember who said it. It's like when Dianne Feinstein from San Francisco, when we found out that, 20 years, she had a Chinese driver for her for 20 years that was a spy. Well, when they found out that the driver was a spy, they told her, right? What if they would have found out he was a spy 5 years before they told her, just to see if what she would do, if she would help the spy, give the spy information, what if? That's basically what they did to the Trump administration. 17 campaign, 17 errors or omissions. Well, let me tell you something. You and I would never get 17 errors or omissions in life in this. They went and pulled a phony warrant, and this is high level. There's no way Comey, Obama, Brennan, Clapper, no way any of these people, McCabe, Bruce Orr, Nellie Orr, no way one of these people. Now, I guess sad thing for the FBI is, they got 31,000 agents or people across the world, country or whatever, if that's what it is. But anyhow, the agents, this is the high up. And if Christopher Wray, the acting director of the FBI today, does not agree, he needs to go. You need to be in fear. 17 omissions, okay? Here is number 19, Dianne Feinstein. Horowitz slams FBI handling of Russian probe. Uncovered 17 errors in admissions, okay? But 21, Department of Justice Inspector General, Russia probe justified. Contradicts Trump and his allies, says FBI justified to open the probe, okay? The FBI can, at any time, find justification to say they want to look into something. They don't have to have a whole lot, okay? So the media knows that, all right? The media knows that. Let me go to, we know they went 3 times, folks, 3 times to get renew the warrant. Let me get another one here. I don't want that one yet. This is the Mark Meadows Twitter video that he put up. Do you have that one? It says Horowitz, FBI created fraudulent evidence. An investigation implies illegal surveillance. Yeah, I sent it at 6:16 a.m. It's actually, I sent it at 6:16, and the article, the top of the article, Horowitz, FBI created fraudulent evidence and investigating implying illegal surveillance. That should have been the first one I sent to you this morning. And Mark Meadows tweeted out the video. So, if you have that one, that may be the same one. Is it the same one? All right. All right, well then let's go to Lindsey Graham. Why didn't the FBI give Trump a defense briefing about what was going on in his campaign? Let's go to that one.
That's what I want every American to know. From the time they opened up Crossfire Hurricane till this debacle was over, they never made any effort to brief Donald Trump about suspected problems within his campaign. They had one briefing talking about, the Russians are out there, you better beware. Nothing about Carter Page, nothing about Papadopoulos, nothing about the other people that they thought might be working with the Russians. Why did they not tell him that? I hope you can give us an answer. Bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, a counterintelligence investigation is a good thing until it becomes a bad thing. Because it doesn't take much to open one. And the worst thing can happen is for people to open one up whose real purpose is not to protect an American, but to surveil them. Senator Feinstein found herself in a situation all of us may one day find ourselves in. A longtime employee was suspected of having ties to a foreign government. They informed her and she took appropriate action. How easy would it be for somebody to come into our campaigns as a volunteer? We really don't know who they are. You just appreciate any help you can get. How easy would it be for all of us to get caught up in this scenario? I hope all of us would appreciate, if you really believe there's somebody in my campaign working with a foreign power, please tell me so I can do something about it. Why didn't they tell Trump?
Campaigns need bodies. They do, okay? They absolutely. Lindsey Graham, exactly what I told you with Feinstein, okay? Now, I know there's so many great clips out there this morning. Great clips, good clips, whatever. Get a haircut. Am I doing a commercial for great clips? There's so many great video clips that you want to see. And I watched about an hour and a half of this in different portions, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. This is where the action is. This is where the fear that we're going through in this, that we should be paying attention to in this day and age. Number 15, okay, IG Horowitz testifies decision to open probe of 2016 campaign was justified. As you can see, that's MSNBC this morning, Morning Joe and Minka, justified. They're going to use the word justified all day long on the other news networks. Because what did Lindsey Graham just say to you, the American people, yesterday where the action is? Counter intel, surveillance, one briefing. Now, when the FBI goes to brief the Trump campaign, Okay? They're suspicious of George Papadopoulos and Carter Page. They're suspicious that they may have ties to Russia. So when they go and they brief Hillary Clinton's campaign, hey, watch out, the Russians are out there. Just keep your eye open. Let us know if you see anything or hear anything suspicious. We wish you well. You will find the text messages later that actually wish you well under an investigation. But have a nice campaign. Then they go over one briefing. One briefing with the Trump campaign. When they sit down, they just say, be careful of the Russians out there. They left the next couple sentences out like, you know what? How well do you guys know George Papadopoulos? Are you guys okay with him? Are you guys okay with Carter Page? Are you guys good with some of their foreign connections? We're not found anything yet, but there's a couple conversations, a couple phone calls or trips that are of interest. Are you guys in the campaign okay? Yeah, we're okay. That didn't happen. Okay, well, you guys keep your eye out, and we need to let you know, we're keeping an eye out too. Okay, thanks for the heads up. Did not happen. Did not happen. The FBI higher-ups, Comey, all of them, from Barack Obama, everyone, and don't think Hillary and them didn't know about it. They wanted the Trump campaign to really slip up. Not be warned and be able to head off a problem. Let me tell you something about campaigns, okay? They need bodies. These people run. And there's not the vetting that needs to be. Now, on a higher level of president, they come into an area, okay? And they have different people. Now, I'm not talking this close to the president, but they have different people working in these campaigns. They have to have bodies. Now, obviously, maybe they should vet the people a little closer. Look at their background. I don't know. See if they have a Russian neighbor. I don't know. But when you're running a campaign 50 states, you're running a congressional campaign with 20 counties. You take every volunteer that'll hand out a card. If you can get, I'm going to call them kids, if you can get, 20 college kids to come to your event, wear your sticker and go through the room trying to put stickers on people or hand out cards, you do it. And you don't have a real background process into these people. Now, they're not in the meeting and get the high-level information. I'm just saying campaigns can be tough, and I don't particularly have a problem if our government tries to safeguard our election. Now, listen to me close, not this false stuff, by keeping an eye on some things and briefing a campaign. If the Trump campaign would have been told on that first briefing that day, okay, we have some concerns, that's a little different. But no, they put them under surveillance. 3 times they went back under FOSS, knowing when they stood before the judge. We need to know, when did the judge know the information that he was renewing the FISA warrants for was false? When was the judge aware of that? When did he become aware that he had been duped his first time? When did the judge say, wait a minute, the first time you guys came here, you knew good and well you were BSing me, but that's not going to happen again. 3 more times they renewed it. When did the judge know they were bringing false information? Did they ever go to the judge and say, hey, since our first appearance here, we found out everything is bogus, but can we use this same information and you just keep re-signing the warrants? We have a lot of things that need answered. We should be in fear of our government today. I'm sorry to put it that way. We should be in fear right down to the local level where you live. Because let me tell you something. If we let the FISA court go, if we let what happened go, if this is swept under the rug and it never gets handled, trust me, How many warrants are pulled today on bogus information? How many warrants in this country? It needs to stop today. If you want a warrant and you want to look at my phone records, you want a warrant and you want to look into anything, you want a warrant and you want to search my house, my car, you need to go to the judge and you need to be able to prove your reason for that warrant. And you need to also be telling the truth, and the information and your evidence needs to be real, and a judge needs to take it serious before they issue a warrant. Warrants are very serious in this country, and it's scary. I'm telling you, it's flat out scary. If we don't handle what happened, like Ted Cruz said, the people at home need to know that false information. How many of you know, and I'll tell you what, I don't want to get sidetracked, but how many of you know somebody that's in jail today or somebody that's been hauled in and you think the information used to get a warrant was false? Look, I want to trust. I want to. And there's so many magistrates out there that I do know. I know some personally that just would not just go throw a warrant out. But I also know magistrates that know they have to rely on the information they're given. And the reason I use that is, once again, the people at home need to know false information was used to get surveillance warrants for a candidate. You keep watching TV, and what do they tell you? That President Trump asked President Zelensky of Ukraine to investigate the Bidens. And now they say they have to impeach President Trump because he tried to get information on his political opponent. Damn, how's this? I'm telling you right now, we need to be in fear of this government today. Crossfire hurricane, surveillance. You see, they went, like I told you the story, Dianne Feinstein, they went and what? Informed her that the person driving her for 20 years is a Chinese spy. Been driving her around. Huh? You don't hear much about that. And what did she do? She immediately dismissed the individual, right? No, that wasn't in the briefing. FBI didn't tell the Trump campaign, hey, we have some concerns with these people. They may be connected to Russians. We want to look a little closer, and you need to know about it in the campaign. Hey, thanks for warning us. No. One briefing. 3 times renewing. Now, they renewed the FISA warrant, knowing it was false information. They continued the investigation after he became president of the United States. How come the whistleblower, we don't get a whistleblower on the Republican side? How come on the Republican side, nobody goes to jail, nobody gets investigated, or investigated to the point of prison, these people, none of them? And how come a whistleblower thought that a phone call that the President of the United States had with the President of Ukraine was worthy of running and, screeching Eric Charmella to the top of his lungs, oh my God, citizens arrest, citizens arrest. But we never get a whistleblower. We never get a patriot. We never get anyone when all of this is happening through the FBI that, hey, what if a person at the FBI said, this is wrong? I am so damn tired of the FBI getting looked at up here like they are friggin' amazing and untouchable. Oh shit, oh damn, there's SH asterisk asterisk. Rewind that, submit that. Well, how come? The untouchables, the FBI, right? How come? Nobody felt their patriotic duty is to go and fill out a whistleblower complaint? Would it not have? Remember what the hell a damn whistleblower complaint is in the law. It is somebody that's in fear of their job. So they can actually come and be a patriot and blow the whistle and not be in fear of losing their job so they can't make their mortgage and lose their health insurance for their kids. So the true reason the whistleblower complaint was set up, how come somebody surrounding all of this didn't feel the need to tell and do a whistleblower complaint with actual fact witnesses, with actual facts that Horowitz has brought up, with actual facts that Durham will have? How come? But we've got a whistleblower that is a spy. Eric Charmella is a spy, okay? And he goes to Adam Schiff, and we are impeaching a president of the United States. Take a break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Better days ahead.
Ace Chevy in Jasper makes the holidays bright. And during the 2019 model year end clearance sale, the savings are huge. Like over $11,000 off 2019 Silverado crew cabs, or more than $6,500 off 2019 Chevy Colorados. 'Tis the season of giving, and we're giving you thousands off every Chevy during the 2019 model year end clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. It's 9 a.m. And listen, let me regroup here. Kids, Santa is coming, or whatever you believe in, you know, the Grinch, whoever the hell brings your toys or goodies or whatever on a sleigh, reindeer, coyotes, whatever the hell's pulling it, whatever you believe in, it's going to happen. Now, I said Christmas fear, and I thought during the break I may have scared the hell out of the kids. But I don't know. If I did, then I'm actually okay with that. I need to regroup here because you need to be in fear. Think about how history is going to be written. We need to talk about that on some other level at a different time. Now, impeachment. They want a 30-second commercial. And who said that? I said that early on. I said, look, they want a 30-second commercial. They want a commercial. I have been yelling that at the top of my lungs, right? For how long? Let me find. There it is, number 14. So last night, Republican from Georgia, ranking member Judiciary Committee Representative Doug Collins, you don't have a candidate that can win. You know you're in deep doo-doo. And all you want to do is have a commercial. I said that. They can't win, folks. They want a commercial. Remember, the word that I have stuck with is unchecked. Unchecked. Left unchecked. Left alone. What will he do? If the first term, which has some limitations because the Democrats are keeping him in check, and if the first term has some limitations because the president won't do this, that, or the other, because he wants to get reelected, then in the second term with nothing to lose and unchecked and a impeached president, what will he do? They can't beat any of none of the candidates. Biden is out there saying he may run only one term, make a commitment. He is mad because it's out. Who said that? I did. That Biden will pick a vice presidential candidate to run with him and promise this is your next president. Biden wants 4 years. This will be part of his strategy just to get it straightened back out. He knows how to turn it around. He knows how to get back in the Paris Climate Accord. He knows how to drop a pallet of money for the Iranians. He knows how to switch from sending actual aid for Ukraine for military weapons than blankets and teddy bears or whatever they were. He knows how to get back in the good graces and sell America out, and he can do that in 4 years and then turn it over to X. So whoever is his vice presidential running mate is who he wants to give the golden key to. Now, my prediction also, I will go one step further. He is not a one-term president. He will resign and just shy of about 2 months of finishing 3 years. So the vice president we will actually see as the acting president, so we can make it, if he was to get elected, make a decision on, hey, it's hard to beat an incumbent. That's why they do it all the time. Senators, all the above, it's hard to beat an incumbent. So that's just saying. So Doug Collins says, hey, you can't beat Donald Trump. You want a commercial. You want a 30-second commercial. They do. They want to run, will you vote for a president that has been impeached? To be first time. If by next Thursday the House votes, okay, if by next Thursday the House votes to impeach the President of the United States, it'll be the first time in history that the American people will be asked if they want to elect and vote for an impeached president for the second term. Nixon left, second term, didn't get impeached, left. Okay? Johnson, was it Johnson, the first guy? I forget off the top of my head. And Bill Clinton was second term. So they think the only thing they have is the opportunity to say, we impeached him, and you're going to let him back in? We'll do it again. Can they do it twice? Absolutely. They don't have to stop. And then you got, number two, Jim Jordan, Coastal Impeachment Squad. I love the way they put, this is why we have an electoral college. I love the way they put this up. Okay? You see where they're from? California, whack jobs, New York. Jim Jordan said, look, they don't care about, they hate us. They hate you out in Ohio and Kansas and Iowa and Texas and Tennessee. It's 36, 34, whatever. That's who they don't like. That's who they hate. Okay. Number 6. This is what's happening. There's 435 members of, not Congress, the House of Representatives. There's 535 members of Congress because there's 100 senators. So there's 435 members of the House. 218 is a majority. The Democrats at this time have 235. They would have to lose 18 seats for the Republicans to get majority. Democrats have 31 districts that Trump won in 2016. So there are 31 districts in the country that are represented by Democrats that Trump won their district in 2016. These 31 Democrats are in a quandary. Okay? Republicans got to pick up 18. They got to hold the number they have, and they got to pick up 18. It's going to be tough because just right here in Georgia, we've got the 14th, the 6th we would like to pick up. Oh, God, even if it's Karen Handel. Oh. Whew. So anyhow, Republicans want to pick up 18 out of those districts. Here's the thing, folks. Democrats will run cover today. You see, there's 31, okay? They could lose 16, all right? And we'll talk about that in a minute. They could lose 16, still have the majority. So Nancy's going to see who she doesn't care to keep. Nancy's going to ask for the ultimate sacrifice out of some of them. She's not going to let all 31 vote against impeachment. They're nervous, all right? Nancy has some of them in the office saying, look, you're going to vote yes on impeachment. I don't care if it causes you not to get reelected. I can get you a good job somewhere. It's going to pay real well, but here is your slip. Your time's up. Vote yes on impeachment, knowing they will lose their district. Now, there's a lot of talk about Democrats in these districts that want to go for censure. There's a lot of talk about Democrats in these districts that want to go for, hey, you know what? We'll vote for one article and not the other. And there's headlines. Everything the media does is it's set up to look a certain way. All right? So there's headlines. Nancy prepares for Democrats to defect. Okay? What they're doing is they're counting the votes. Okay? Counting the votes. Seeing who they really want to keep. Seeing who they don't care to go home. And making sure they have 218 votes today. Okay? They will have a majority vote today. And they're going to see which ones they can do without. We'll talk about some of those when we return, but pay attention to those numbers right there. And don't get caught up in the hype of how many that Nancy's going to let vote no on impeachment and think it's a bipartisan vote. Take us to break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Sorry about the little bit of a delay there. Now, no fact witnesses. There's so many things that we could go over, but no fact witnesses whatsoever in the impeachment hearing. So let me go to, I want a couple more videos we want to play. Let's see. Hold on just a minute. I think I have one here that I sent you. Let's go with before impeachment. Let's stay on Horowitz for a minute. Let's go to Horowitz refutes Comey's deep state activities described in report do not vindicate anybody, because that is one of the things the media is running. So let's run Horowitz. Let's run that one. All right, to make sure everybody knows out there in America he has not been vindicated. Run that one.
The former FBI Director James Comey said this week that your report vindicates him. Is that a fair assessment of your report?
I think the activities we found here don't vindicate anybody who touched this.
Okay.
I think the activities here do not vindicate anybody who touched this. Anybody who touched this. You understand? They're trying to make it look like a low-level FBI attorney altered an email, right? And nothing else happened. They knew all along, folks. They did spy. They did spy on the Trump administration. I mean, Trump campaign, they did. But in the no fact witnesses, let's go with let's go with the video. It says Louis Gomer, okay? Let's see, which one is it? there's a video that says Louis Gomer names, and let's see if I can find it here. FISA warrant, FBI, Carter Page. Here it is. It's the one I said Twitter video. It's got Louis on it. Let's play that one.
Years we've heard from people that are now in the majority talk about the crimes of the president. And where are they? Well, they kept saying, Mr. President, come in, you got to testify. We'll be fair with you. Come tell us about the crimes. And here's the crimes you've committed. And where are they now that we have the articles of impeachment? A vague abuse of power, obstruction of Congress, the very things the majority has done in preventing us from having the witnesses that could shed light on this, not opinion, but fact witnesses. We needed to hear from those witnesses, people like Sean Misko, Abigail Grace, Eric Chiramella, Devin Archer, Joe Biden, Ellie Orr, Alexandra Chalupa, and so many others. They don't want fact witnesses. Let's hear from professors who hate Donald Trump, who are willing to sell their education just to make a point against somebody they don't like. This is a dangerous, dangerous time in America.
This is a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous time in America. I told you that when we started. Now, I understand that is from Louis Gomer from Texas. That is from impeachment, statements last night. But we've been talking about Horowitz. This is very dangerous. I'm getting ready to send you an email right now that I want you to load because we're flipping back and forth a little bit. But one of the things that we are discussing, hold on here. Put this email in, put this video in, let me know when you have it. One of the things we're discussing here is the dangerous, dangerous, dangerous time in America. How will history books be written for our children on this presidency? They have known all along. I'm telling you, you need to be in fear of your government because they're going to impeach your president not based on bribery, not based on a quid pro quo. No. None of that, okay? Misuse of power or what is it? Or, contempt of Congress? Really? Because if you look at the picture, okay, and this is big, and these are some big takeaways, and I hope you're not getting stuck on the sensationalizing of what the media is doing. You got it ready? Okay, let's play this video. It's about 3 minutes. It's a good montage. Let's let it roll. I'll let you know when to come back.
For example, the Crossfire Hurricane team obtained information from Steele's primary subsource in January 2017 that raised significant questions about the reliability of the Steele reporting. This was particularly noteworthy because the FISA applications relied entirely on information from the primary subsource's reporting to support the allegation that Page was coordinating with the Russian government on 2016 U.S. presidential election activities. However, the FBI did not share this information with department lawyers, and it was therefore omitted from the last two renewal applications.
Can you say it wasn't because of political bias?
On decisions regarding those FISA matters, I do not know their state of mind at this point.
So we're talking. So they open up a counterintelligence investigation. Let's assume for a moment that the small predicate you need has been met. What the hell happened after they opened it up? What did they find? Were their suspicions validated? Or did they find at every turn it's really not true and they ignored it? So, one of the first things they tried to do was to get a warrant under the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act to follow Carter Page a volunteer for the campaign, an American citizen. They applied for the warrant internally in August of 2016, and the lawyers say you don't have enough. Why? Because they had nothing. Maybe this reasonable articulation is this small, but to get a warrant from a court, you got to have probable cause. So the lawyer's saying you don't have it. So, Mr. Horowitz, the 17 irregularities that you found, some of them are earth-shattering. Some of them should scare the hell out of all of us. I just want to end sort of where I began. This is not normal. Don't judge the FBI and the Department of Justice by these characters. We're better than this. Like many of you, I've worked with the FBI a lot of my time in government. I have a great respect for it. Director Ray, you got a problem. And for this hearing to mean anything, we got to fix it. And the way we fix it is listen to Mr. Horowitz and get the director of the FBI in here to try to find out a way to make sure this never happens again to any politician in this country. It's Trump today, it could be you or me tomorrow. And imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if they can do this to the candidate for the President of the United States, what could they do to you?
That's the way I started the show. Remember? If they could do this to the candidate for the presidency of the United States, what could they do to you, America? This should scare the hell out of us. 17 irregularities. Now remember, Carter Page is a volunteer to this campaign and an American citizen. He is a private American citizen. He's a volunteer. Okay? The Steele's subsource. FBI did not share with the judge that the email and the information they were submitting was altered. Okay? Counterintelligence, surveillance. It's spying, folks. Now, the guy that's totally vindicated is Nunes. Remember, and I'm going to talk about that as soon as we come back. I'm trying to put this all together and try not to chop up the show too much. You remember the night that Nunes ran to the White House because he came out and he had something? He did, folks. He did. Remember that? The media made fun of Devin Nunes. Right? He said he had an explosive piece of information. He did. This should scare the hell out of us. Now, the thing that Graham says that I didn't like, the one takeaway is, yes, we need to fix this. Yeah, the way we fix this, Senator, and the rest of you up there in swampland, okay? The way we fix this is people go to prison. Don't let the media trick you and say, we need to fix this, and we're going to present bipartisan legislation. I don't want to see a podium stand with Lindsey Graham, Blumenthal, a Republican, a Democrat, and say, we've all agreed this must be fixed, and here is legislation to do it. And the president said he would sign it. No, let me tell you how you fix this. You scare the hell out of them by it never happening again. First of all, the President of the United States fires Wray, the acting director of the FBI, that doesn't acknowledge there's a problem. The second thing is Comey, Brennan, and all of these people go to prison. And then, guess what? The top level of the FBI, you put in somebody that says, hell, you could go to prison for this, so we don't do it and we clean the place up. There may be a time, and that may be now, to end the FBI and put a new system in place. I'm going to take a break because I want to find something that I think is relevant to this morning. They've been laughing at us, And I'm telling you, we can't let it happen. Never happen again. I know how to make it never happen again. Take a quick break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
Better days ahead.
Days Chevy in Jasper makes the holidays bright. And during the 2019 model year end clearance sale, the savings are huge. Like over $11,000 off 2019 Silverado crew cabs, or more than $6,500 off 2019 Chevy Colorados. 'Tis the season of giving, and we're giving you thousands off every Chevy during the 2019 model year end clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, right here at this time, remember this? It was 2017. Remember that? March 27, 2017. Remember they laughed at the guy? Remember they've made fun of this guy all along? Remember you and I were sitting there and he ran to the White House? Let's play the clip I just sent you, 1 minute and 41 seconds long. Let's play that one.
I briefed the president on the concerns that I had about incidental collection and how it relates to President-elect Trump and his transition team. and the concerns that I have. As I said earlier, there'll be more information, hopefully by Friday. The NSA is cooperating very, very well. And lastly, I'll say that the reports that I was able to see did not have anything to do with Russia or the Russia investigation or any tie to the Trump team. What I've read bothers me, and I think it should bother the president himself and his team, because I think some of it seems to be inappropriate. But like I said, until we get all the information to the committee, it's hard to really say until we see it in its totality. Justice Department doesn't have anything to do with this. This is information. This is information that was brought to me that I thought the president needed to know about incidental collection, where the president himself and others in the Trump transition team were clearly put into intelligence reports that ended up at this White House and across a whole bunch of other agencies. And I thought it was important for the president to know this. That's why I briefed the speaker this morning, and I came down here as soon as I could.
I somewhat do. I must tell you, I somewhat do. I very much appreciated the fact that they found what they found, but I somewhat do.
Found what they found. That was 2017. That's March of 2017. Republicans still hold. Devin Nunes still has chair of the House of Representatives. Anyhow, they laughed at him. They made fun of him. Everybody, not everybody, but play the MSNBC. We're not going to play the whole thing, but play a little of this, because this is right after Nunes makes this announcement, and this is how some of the reaction. Now, not the laughter. There's other clips going around about the laughter at Nunes for that, but go to the next clip.
Ken Delanian in Washington with some of this breaking news here of where Chairman Devin Nunes was the night before he made those allegations about potentially associates of the president's being monitored during the transition. Ken Delanian, fill us in on your latest reporting and put this into context for us about why this matters.
Sure, Hallie. Well, Devin Nunes acknowledging now to NBC News that he was in a SCIF, a sensitive compartmented information facility in the White House to review documents around this surveillance that he later made public. That's significant because there's been a mystery here about where did he get this information? Who were his sources? He still hasn't said, but there are sensitive facilities on Capitol Hill, in the Capitol, where lawmakers regularly review information. So there was no need for him to go to the White House. The fact that he was there at the White House suggests that maybe he got this information from the White House. And after all, you know, Donald Trump could have ordered these reports to be placed on his desk at any time. He's the president of the United States. He supervises these intelligence agencies. So it raises the question, and Democrats have been charging this, as to whether this whole thing was a ruse. Nunes comes out and has 2 news conferences and announces to the world that he's seen surveillance reports monitoring Donald Trump. 2 days later, he said, well, maybe it wasn't monitoring Trump. Maybe it was just foreigner to foreigner talking about Trump and his associates. So, you know, that whole thing has blown up the House Intelligence Committee investigation and raised questions about whether it could be independent. And now it's looking like potentially he got some of this information from the White House, Hallie.
We can't say that yet, right? We don't know that part, Ken, but I want to make 2 points here. One is that, yes, there is a SCIF, right? So a SCIF, as you said, is like this sort of compartmented area where people can go and view classified information. There is one on the Hill where Devin Nunes works, right?
Yes, there is. And his, absolutely. And his staffers for the House Intelligence Committee are there every day reviewing classified information that is sent over to them from the executive agency. So they're... Go ahead, Hallie.
Sorry, Ken. No. I just want to say, because part 2 of the question then is he came under a lot of fire for not briefing his Democratic counterpart, right, Adam Schiff, before he went and briefed President Trump. Does this raise questions in your mind about how or why Devin Nunes decided to go brief the president if he had been at the SCIF the night before talking with these sources? Is this going to tamp down some of the backlash he got, or do you think it's going to intensify it?
No, of course it's going to intensify it, because it seems to confirm a theory, or it offers some strong evidence in confirmation of a theory that's out there, that this was all a stunt, because you know the standard practice. It's very legitimate for Nunes, as the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, to be raising these issues. Was surveillance shared improperly? Were names unmasked? That's totally legit. But the way that's done is you share it with the committee. You share this information with committee Democrats. You go forward as a unified front. The House Intelligence Committee is generally one of the most bipartisan committees on the Hill. And so the fact that Nunes did not share this information with the committee, the fact that he went and had a news conference in the Capitol and then another news conference at the White House as he went over to brief the president, infuriated Democrats and raised questions about his independence, Hallie.
Ken Delaney in there in our Washington bureau. Ken, I'll let you get back.
Back. Incidental surveillance. They made fun of Nunes. This raises questions. Where was he the night before? Where did he get this information? No need for him to go to the White House. He could have done this. There's a place in the Capitol he could have went down and read classified information. This raises question. Is the whole thing a ruse? Why didn't he brief his Democrat counterpart and go straight to the White House to the president? Incidental surveillance. Remember that day? Nunes come out. Then they made fun. Oh yeah, Trump said his campaign was wiretapped. There were people in his campaign that were wired. Yes, we know that. I said on this show when it was revealed that Trump's campaign had been tapped, that they were making fun of it like somebody, the old movies we see that somebody went in the Trump Tower and found the phone lines and put the little, clips on there to pinch into the audio and was going like this and listening like in those old movies where they're in the van outside doing surveillance. Trump said that they tapped. Maybe that's what he said. I don't know. But they made fun of him. We now know there were people in the campaign that were wired up. We know they illegal surveillance of the campaign. We know that a volunteer for the campaign, Carter Page, a U.S. citizen volunteer, was set up with a phony FISA warrant. We know all these things. We know the day Nunes came out, he was telling the truth. Let me tell you, Senator Lindsey Graham, how this never happens again. These people go to prison, and maybe some of the media that knew they were. What if you come on and know you're selling a false narrative? Let me look in the camera and tell you something, okay? There are things that happen that I don't see a need to report, and don't take that wrong, okay? Maybe I don't have all the clear information. Maybe it's not the story somebody's making it out to be. It's not holding back, all right? But never do I come on here knowingly report a false story or give you false information. Now, I'm not going to say a correction, but if I find out maybe something is totally off the mark in the direction of my story, if you tell me, I'll look it up and read it and come back and say that. I think Christopher Wray, acting director of the FBI, the way we fix this, Senator Lindsey Graham, people go to prison, and people that claim to be in the media that knew they were reporting false information, they were an accessory to the crime. There's a lot of people in the media, there's crimes, folks. These are not omissions. We keep hearing, damn it, omissions and errors. These are crimes. We have a president of the United States over here today being impeached on no crimes, nothing that can be found, and we have Horowitz reporting we haven't even got to the Attorney General or John Durham's investigation, and they're reporting actual crimes as omissions and errors. They're crimes. And when you have a crime, you can have an accessory to the crime. And I think there's a lot of people in the media for 3 years that have tried to, corroborate and help any way they can fuel a story to remove a sitting president of the United States of America on total false allegations. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Let's wrap up pictures, folks, for the show. I know I've been a little bit everywhere. Nunes told us the truth. The media laughed at us. They should go to prison, these people, the criminals, the crimes. Horowitz did not exonerate anybody. Comey and Brennan, you are going before a grand jury that Bull Durham, that's Bull, I call him the Bull, John Durham, Attorney General, U.S. Attorney, is assembling. You're going before them. Nobody's exonerated. You've been spying on the President of the United States. You used false information to obtain a FISA warrant. America should have it. What was said, if this could happen to a candidate for President of the United States, it could happen to you on the lowest level. We have to trust that when our law enforcement of any type from any agency goes to obtain a warrant, that it's based on true information, no matter what it is. These are crimes. They're not omissions or errors. They are crimes that took place. And yes, he was spied on. And that is the level and limitation of the Inspector General Horowitz. So we know that. We've went over that. Nunes, hey, thank you, Devin Nunes. Thank you, Jim Jordan. Thank you, Ratcliffe. Thank you, Congressman Doug Collins. All the above. Way to go. Stay your ground. Nunes could have left. In 2017, he could have just bailed. Okay? Why do you think they went after Nunes' phone records? They need to do everything they can to discredit this guy because guess what? All the media laughed at him when he came out in front of the White House and said he had uncovered something. They all laughed. Guess what? Who's laughing now? They're still laughing. They're laughing at us. So I didn't get to go through everything I wanted to this morning, but I did say you need to be in fear of your government. It's the only way I know to put it, okay? Let's go to number one. We're going to run through the pictures. Number one, I love how the Republicans have put their charts up behind them to where you can see them. And there is Jim Jordan. They hate you, America, the 63 million. Here is Jordan again, number two. This is why we need an electoral college. You have Pelosi and Maxine Waters, and you got that goofy guy from New York, and you got Jerry the Bullfrog Nadler, and then you got the lady that would never be in the family photo, and you got the guy from Massachusetts, and you got Adam Schiff from California. That's why Kansas needs to be important. In Nebraska needs to be important, okay? Right there. Okay, here it is, number three. Here's a little closer. The squad, the impeachment squad, coast to coast, trying to get rid of. This is why they want popular vote. Right here. Every single time they say popular vote, popular vote, popular vote, this is why. What they are trying to do from California to New York is trying to say Hillary Clinton won the popular vote and should be president. It's simple as that. Tears in Brooklyn the night the lights went out for Hillary, okay? Tears in Brooklyn, as Congressman Doug Collins said. They are trying to right the ship, and this is why you have to be careful of every state you live in that is trying to put popular vote legislation through. Watch it, folks. And here she is, number four. Oh, my God. Democrats, quit putting her in the family photo. I'm sorry. Number six. 435 members of the House. 218 is the majority needed. Democrats have 235. They can lose 18. They need to lose 18 for Republicans to regain. Democrats have 31 districts. They're in 31 districts. Trump won in 2016, meaning Nancy Pelosi is counting votes today, and the media will help carry the water, and they will make a big deal for you, the American people, on the 10 or 12 the 10 or 12 that leave. They'll count what they need. They'll count the districts they think that Republicans are going to lose and they might gain and how many they can lose, and they'll get a safe margin, and you'll have 3 or 4, 6 or 7 Democrats come out and vote against impeachment, and it will look bipartisan. Holy mackerel. Number 7. House Judiciary Committee resumes impeachment today at 9 a.m. Who is that right there, front and center, or front to the left, or front a little to the right? Lucy McBath. Lucy McBath happens to be the Congresswoman from the 6th District. All right, let's see what other one I want. Number 9, Senate Republicans look to hold Schiff impeachment trial. Impeachment trial. Trump wants drama, but GOP wants it over. Mitch McConnell, let me show you what has happened, okay? Mitch McConnell has decided this is my opinion, to the leadership, Lindsey Graham and the rest of them, and said, look, if we hold a trial, the Senate holds a trial, the House sends the articles to the Senate, they hold a trial. If they were to vote to impeach, he would be removed from office. Not going to happen. But Trump wants the trial on the Senate because they have the majority Republicans. He wants to call his witnesses. Let's get them all rolling. Let's get them up here. Let's expose the swamp. Mitch McConnell said to him, whoa, if we expose that swamp, our swamp might come to, the surface, like me and all the deals my wife have with China and our, kind of sea vessel company there, the McConnells, his wife, Lindsey Graham and John McCain, years gone by where they'll play the oldies but goodies, where Lindsey Graham and John McCain and Yovanovitch may have some corruption in Ukraine. So Trump is wanting it all out. Mitch McConnell says we need to end this sucker because we call witnesses. If they start calling witnesses, we got a problem. House Judiciary number 10, debate impeachment against Trump today. I just want to bring this piece of SH * up, number 11, not the president, number 11. I despise David Cicilline from Rhode Island. I mean, I won't even visit Rhode Island because of this damn guy. I have no interest in going. All right, number 12, Jim Jordan, Ohio. Boom, he is knocking it out of the park. Gotta love him. Number 13, House Democrats brace for some defections among moderates in impeachment of Trump. No, they're not bracing for a damn thing. They're not bracing for nothing. They know who they could sacrifice. They're getting them lined up with some good jobs. Going to get them out. They're going to lose. The other ones will be safe. Ain't bracing for a damn. Let me tell you something. 18 is the number. You let 20 Democrats come out and oppose impeachment, you got something. Not until then. Just always got to give a shout out to our congressman here, number 14. He is the one that said last night, hey, what they want is a 30-second commercial to say that he's been impeached. 15, I.G. Horowitz testifies decision to open probe in 2016 Trump campaign was justified. That's all MSNBC got out of it. 5:04 this morning Eastern time, right out of the box. Justified. That's what they're doing all day. Okay, number 16, Dickie Durbin there. Dickie, can't you see? Durbin. Horowitz, Steele dossier made no impact. There was no impact. A decision to open investigation. This is what they're trying to sell the American people. Number 17, Lindsey Graham. Horowitz request for surveillance of Carter Page misleading the court. No, damn it, it's lying, not misleading. If you come in here and I'm the boss and I ask you questions and you don't tell me the truth, you're not misleading me. You're just a damn liar. Sorry about that. Wondered when that would happen. CNN gets in on it, Number 18, Horowitz slams FBI handling of Russia probe. Uncovered 17 errors or omissions in Page surveillance. Errors. Well, that's an error. You should have capitalized that word. It's an omission. You should have used a verb, an adjective. It was a conjunction. It was this. It was that. It was a run-along sentence, whatever. No, that's not it. Downright damn crimes. 20. GOP angling for shorter impeachment trial. Senate GOP warning to idea of no witnesses in impeachment trial. We got to be careful here, Mitch said. Lindsey, we got to be a little careful. Number 21, contradicts. Trump and his allies says FBI justified in opening probe. Justified in opening it. They're in on it. This guy loved reporting this morning. He absolutely loved it. I mean, he was cheerful. He was glee. He was singing Christmas carols. I mean, he had the Christmas spirit this morning. Number 23, Trump advisor impeachment cover bugs him. The impeachment coverage bugs him. Now I love how they get into Trump's feelings. How do you feel today, sir? I'm really bugged by this. I can tell. This is what they report. And then they said, President said to be stewing in his juices. You're stewing in your own juices. You look bugged. Privately over impeachment. He's privately, but they know his feelings. This damn network reports feelings. Right? Feelings. Well, sources tell us that it's really bugging him and he's stewing in his own juices. That is our report this morning from Capitol Hill, from the White House lawn. Stewing in his juices. What the hell? Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. You know what that means. Number 24. Trump advisor impeachment coverage bugs him. Just wanted to put that up. He's stewing. Okay. Now, again, Jim Acosta, piece of garbage, number 25. Trump publicly minimizes impeachment, dismisses inquiry against him as flimsy, pathetic, ridiculous. Failings. Number 27. Today, GOP will try to amend articles. Democrats have the power to block all amendments. That's all it'll be all day. I want to submit this amendment. No, you can't. You can't. You can't. All right. And this is what they're saying the Republicans' defense is yelling louder. Who can yell louder? But you know what? They didn't get any witnesses. There's no fact witnesses. This impeachment is based on absolutely nothing. No broken laws. Here's 28, Jim Jordan. Okay. Members used opening statement to frame debate. Okay. Historic number 28, Matt Gaetz from Florida. All right. And they claim, okay, that the Republicans, they're trying to say the Republicans are seeing who can yell louder, okay? Number 31, Horowitz slams FBI handling of Russia probe, okay? You know what? That's all I got. Now, let me close with this. Tomorrow, we're going to be where? We're going to be at Sycamore Crossing. No, we're not. It's cold. I can't be outside in the cold. Freeze my keister off. Let me regroup. I got to settle down. I got a lot to do today. Tomorrow morning, we'll be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Circuit World in Blue Ridge. That's where we'll be. We'll have the Doc, Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. We'll then have the all-star political panel. You don't want to miss them. Rick, Jane, and Cousin Brucey. And then we'll go right into North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, Community Relations Director from Cameron Hall, North Georgia's Senior Concierge. And then we'll go into the Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. One more time, today's the last day. This is it. Cup. Today ends it. Okay? Be one of the first 20, and we're way over that, so I don't know where I'm going to get the money. That busted the budget just for these damn coffee cups. I'm sorry, I have Christmas cheer. Merry Christmas, FYN. You got to text that to 706-889-9700. Today is the last day. Take us out of here. We'll see you in the morning.